Alright, so I decided that I'm going to post all of my videos about God on YouTube. So if you guys have been watching my TikTok for the past like 2 to 3 years, I decided recently that I was going to start posting, because whenever I post all of my God videos on TikTok, I mean on YouTube, it seems like that's when people, not that people don't watch them on TikTok, they do. They get a lot of views on TikTok, but I feel like the majority of the world, not a lot of people have TikTok, and I feel like a lot of people have YouTube. So just to give you an example, I'm going to play one of the videos that got 8,000 views, right? It is written in the Constitution. Oh wait, no, not that one. Hold on. Oh, actually, no. I'll just play one of the most recent ones. That way you guys can hear this, and I really appreciate you guys, watching and listening and all that good stuff. Okay, so breaking news. Breaking news. God said it's going to get to the point where the humans are going to be forced to see the true nature of who and what they are. God said that one day a large group of humans are going to show the rest of the humans that not all the humans have been teaching their humans or to learn to become better humans. God said that he would send examples to the humans to teach them to use their emotions over a long period of time. God said that over this time period, he would look at time as a way to determine how many humans actually learned to use their emotions and how many humans did not. God said that it would get to the point that the humans themselves would be forced to see this. And then God said that one day the humans would see the connections between learning how to use their emotions and the examples that God sent to them. God said that it would get to the point where there would be groups of humans that will become so afraid of their emotions that the humans that actually learn to teach their humans how to believe in God would see them, and God said this would be a big shift in humanity. God said these humans would kill and slaughter others in order to. God said it's going to get to the point where. All right, so that's one video. I was praying, and God said it's going to get to the point one day to where the humans that actually understand that God has been sending examples down to the earth for them to learn to use their emotions in order for them to understand how to love the other humans as much as God. God said that one day these humans are going to overpower, or it's going to get to the point where they're going to bond together. They're going to be forced to do this. There's going to be a government shutdown, you guys. I hope you're ready for that. Don't really know what that means. The other humans around the world, the other countries, they're going to realize that they thought that all countries and all humans were doing the same thing mentally that they were doing in terms of teaching their countries. God said that one day the countries are going to become so hurt mentally, physically, and emotionally from seeing one of the countries slaughter a group of humans in the other countries. God said that they're going to see that this is a direct connection between their mentality and their understanding of their emotions and the value of another human being. God said that this is going to change the world and a big shift in human consciousness. I was praying, and God said it's going to get to. God said that the Jewish people are going to be used as an example to show the other humans how to identify humans that don't actually believe in God. God said that this would happen because the other humans all around the world would understand that the majority of them collectively have been teaching their humans to learn to understand how to use their emotions in order to understand God. And they would also agree in the same way that God has set examples down to this earth to teach them to use their emotions. God said that the Jewish people are going to be used as, if you're Jewish, I need you to stop. God said it's going to get to the point where he's going to send many examples down to this earth in order to teach the humans to understand how to use their emotions in order for them to learn to understand who God is and the value of the human. God said that he loves the humans and all the humans that he created, and in order for the other humans to learn the same thing and to feel the way he feels, he has to send examples to the humans that he created to teach them to use his emotions so they can love the humans as much as he does. God said that one day the humans will become afraid of their emotions because of their understanding of the true nature of who and what they were, both men and women, and that you would create lifestyles in order to survive amongst each other because of your understanding of the true nature of who and what you are as a human being. God said that this was what caused you to lie, cheat, and steal, create lifestyles. And over time, you would create groups that would teach the other humans to hurt and harm each other in the name of God, and you would try to convince them that God told them to do it. God said his number one rule is that he would never give you instructions to hurt and harm another human being. God said that this is how he's going to show the other humans that believe in God who the humans are that don't. If you're Jewish, I need you to stop. God said it's going to get to the point where, if you're Jewish, I need you to stop. God told me to tell you this. God said that one day it's going to get to the point where he'd be able to separate large groups of people, humans, from each other to determine the humans that actually believed in God and the humans who did not believe in God. God said he would send. So this is all I post on my TikTok, you guys. If you guys want to go to my TikTok, all I talk about is God on my TikTok. down to this earth to teach you to use your emotions. God said that this is how you would learn to understand the value of the life of another human being. God said that this is the whole point of your emotions. Without your emotions, you would never be able to understand the value or life of another human being, so he sent you many examples over time. God said that your emotions and your mentality are going to be a direct reflection of themselves. God said that you won't understand this. God said that you would create lifestyles in order to hide this fact, the connection between mentality and emotions. God said that you would become afraid of understanding your mind in order to block understanding your emotions because of your understanding of the true nature of who and what you are. God said that one day that all humans will come to understand that. God said these are Jewish humans. If you're Jewish, I need you to stop. God told me to tell you this. If you're Jewish, I need you to stop. God told me to tell you this. If you're Jewish, you heard exactly what I said. God told me to tell you the next thing that you're getting ready to hear, and listen closely. God said he's going to send many examples down to this earth to teach you to use your emotions. The other humans, all of us. God said that it's going to get to the point to where he's going to be able to understand the true nature of who and what you are as human. God said that if it gets to the point to where he sends examples for you to learn to use your emotions to the point where you become so afraid of the true nature of yourself that you start hurting and harming others, God said that this is a possibility in terms of something that you would do. God said it's now gotten to this point. God said it's now gotten to the point to where you have convinced yourself that God has given you instructions to hurt and harm others, and you have found ways to do that no matter what. God said that you created a cult out of his words, his name. God said that this is how he's going to be able to understand the mentality of billions of people. If you're Jewish, I need you to stop. God told me to tell you this. If you're Jewish, you heard exactly what I said. God told me to tell you.
Oh wait, hold on.
The next thing that you're getting ready to hear.
Alright, next video.
If you're Jewish, I need you to stop and listen closely. If you're Jewish, shalom, I need you to stop and listen closely. This message is
Shalom.
for you, from me, from God. So I was praying, and God said that it's going to get to the point to where he's going to send so many examples down to this earth to teach you how to use your emotions. He's going to send other humans down to this earth, and he's going to give them the wisdom and power of his words to teach the other humans how to use their emotions. God said that this is going to be the whole point and reason why he sends these humans down here to teach you to use your emotions. God said that you're going to become so afraid of learning to use your emotions because of your understanding of the nature of who and what you are as humans, and surviving amongst the other humans socially in terms of their understanding as well and seeing the true nature of who and what you are and each other. You're going to become so afraid of yourselves that you're going to create a cult out of God and start hurting and harming the other humans. If you're Jewish, that's what... If you're Jewish, I need you to stop and listen closely. How many Holocaust survivors do I have to see that give testimony in terms of what happened during the time of Hitler and all the Jews and the fact that they got moved over to how many Holocaust survivors do I have to see that tell the truth in terms of how the Jews got to Israel and what happened and its connection to Hitler? There's all of that. How many do I have to see that actually lived during this time to see all these other humans taking advantage of their experience and creating a cult and religion out of it to the point to where they're hurting and harming the other humans? How many Jewish people that experienced the Holocaust that have come back and said, no, this is not how we think, to see that it's the truth in terms of it's not how they think, to see that there's a group of people that have taken advantage of their experience and now have tried to convince the rest of the world, literally, that a continent and God and all of this, it's a cult where I can... Why do I have to see another person experience? How many Holocaust survivors do I have to see that give testimony in terms of what happened during the time of Hitler and all the Jews and the fact that they got moved over to how many Holocaust survivors do I have to see that tell the truth in terms of how the Jews got to Israel and what happened and its connection to Hitler? There's all of that. How many do I have to see that actually lived during this time to see all these other humans taking advantage of their experience and creating a cult and religion out of it to the point to where they're hurting and harming the other humans? How many Jewish people that experienced the Holocaust that have come back and said, no, this is not how we think, to see that it's the truth in terms of it's not how they think, to see that there's a group of people that have taken advantage of their experience and now have tried to convince the rest of the world, literally, that a continent and God and all of this, it's a cult where I can... Why do I have to see another person experience? How many Holocaust survivors do I have to see? Shalom. If you're Jewish, stop. I need you to stop and answer this question for me. In the name of God, if you're Jewish, I need you to stop and answer this question for me. Do you guys teach your children to spit in the faces of people that they don't like? Do you guys teach your children to spit in the faces of humans that they don't like? Why is it that there are no other cultures or countries that I can see where their parents traditionally or their people engage in this kind of behavior and activity where it's customary? Is it customary in the Jewish community just to spit in the face of another human that you don't like, disagree with, or anything of the, just that part? Why is it only your country that I'm seeing this happen in terms of a large group of children? Because the children are doing it, I have no choice but now to look at who taught them. Why is this only your country? Can you pick and tell me other countries that this is happening in? I couldn't figure out any. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Maybe there are other countries that are teaching the kids to spit in the faces of the other humans. If you're Jewish, please answer this question. Shalom. If you're Jewish, stop. I need you to stop and answer this question for me. In the name of God, if you're Jewish, I need you to stop and answer this question for me. Do you guys teach your children to spit in the faces of people that they don't like? Do you guys teach your children to spit in the faces of humans that they don't like? Why is it that there are no other cultures or countries that I can see where their parents traditionally or their people engage in this kind of behavior and activity where it's customary? Is it customary in the Jewish community just to spit in the face of another human that you don't like, disagree with, or anything of the, just that part? Why is it only your country that I'm seeing this happen in terms of... Are you Jewish? Okay, so stay here. I have a question, serious question. I want to know, so the whole world can know, are you guys taught to spit in the faces of people that you don't like? Do you teach your kids to do this? Why do you teach your kids to do this? Is it culturally acceptable in the Jewish community? Why is it culturally acceptable? I have and that's just the first question that I have. There's many questions I have, but this is the starting point of a very important question that's going to help the world understand the mentality of this group of people, your group of people, your Jewish group of people, and what you have taught and what we have been witnessing and watching all around the world. Every mentality, in terms of every other human being, is now watching the mentality of this group of people, your group of people, and they're seeing the difference, and they don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of knowing that a whole country, because no other country does this, by the way, I don't think, teach their child to spit in the face of someone, or just any other human for that matter. Are you Jewish? Okay, so stay here. Hey, are you Jewish? Yes, I'm talking to you. Are you Jewish? Good, great. Stay here. Are you guys taught to spit in people's faces? Do you teach your kids that? I have so many questions. Like, are you teaching your kids to spit in people's faces? Like, do you guys do this? Seriously, it's a serious question. Your group of people is only... Hey, are you Jewish? Do you know how scary it is to realize that a whole group of people, literally billions of them, and would teach their kids to spit in your face with no problem, no remorse, doesn't care how old, literally, and teaches them, and then goes back and prays to God and tells themselves that they're doing nothing wrong and that God gave them permission to do these things, and convince themselves of it to the point to where literally now you're forced to sit and watch little kids spit in the faces of adults, old people, literally, and the parents and the countries that they live have taught them to do this, and you guys are watching this happen, and you're asking yourself why they're just going and slaughtering other people. That's because this is who they are. You guys are just so sad. When this earth blows up, I'm just going to sit here watching all the scared people laughing at how stupid you guys are. Do you know how... Okay, so wait a minute. After research and a lot of digging, I realized that it is true. Jewish people, Israeli people are taught to spit on people when they don't like you. From the kids, and that's why you're seeing a lot of kids that's just randomly spitting. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so at this point, after what I've just seen on TikTok and the research that I've done, I'm at this point convinced that the Israeli people and kids and just the culture, they are not taught to have respect for humanity. They're just taught to, do things and copy each other like robots. In addition to spitting, I'm going to focus on the spitting part. They're specifically taught to spit on you when they don't like you, especially if you have different beliefs than them. And it's kind of crazy. I thought this wasn't the case, but how could a whole country... never mind. Okay, so I have a few questions for the Israeli people. If you're Israeli, please help me answer these questions. Please don't get offended. I'm not trying to be. But I was looking up a video on TikTok, or someone told me to search for the video on TikTok with the Israeli kid spit on the Chinese lady, because that just happened. And as I'm looking for the video, I see several other videos where not just kids, but Israeli men are just spitting on nuns and different people. No other country can be searched in such a way besides Jamaica, actually. But there's not a lot of countries that can be searched in that way, to where you put the word spit and their name next to it, to where you can see that their whole entire country is just taught to go and spit on people, and they don't. Can somebody explain this? Okay, so I have a few questions. Okay, go and type in Israel, the word Israel, and then spit, like you're spitting on someone. It's the most disturbing thing. I was just looking for one video of one kid spitting on one Chinese lady to find out that the Israeli people are taught. Okay, go and type in. Okay, so hurry up. Go and search Israeli kids spitting in a Chinese lady's face. This is what the world is coming to. And it's the whole country. All of their kids is how they think. Okay, so hurry up. Go and search. Okay, so there's a lot of people out here making these Betty Boop. So if it can be proven that humans, without a doubt, by nature, kill and slaughter each other, and are able to lie, cheat, and still develop lifestyles to do it, to the point to where the humans themselves can become so ignorant, where it could be billions large groups watching another large group of humans get slaughtered, to where they would be confused about why. Then this tells you the true nature of humans and humanity. If there were something else watching humans outside of this earth that noticed that, saw that, pinpointed it just like that, and decided to blow up the earth or get rid of the earth, or just the humans in general, based off of their understanding of this, not a fear, but understanding of the true nature of the humans and what they would do over a long period of time, especially with the examples that are being shown in terms of the humans killing the other humans in Gaza and Israel and all of that. It doesn't matter where you are, what country, Gaza, Egypt, I don't care. So if it can be proven that humans, without a doubt, by nature, kill and slaughter each. All right, quick, you guys, I want you to go and look up the video of the guy, the Israeli guy. I don't know exactly like how to search for it, but there's an Israeli guy where the girl's asking him like, hey, what do you think of God? And just things like that. And listen to what he says. The way that he describes and explains this is the way that all Israeli people think. And I know most of them. I know that I hope all countries get to the point one day to where they're like Israel, and they just decide that, you know what, you killed one of our people, we're going to use this as an excuse to slaughter all of your people. That's exactly what's happening right now. I want you to hear this, okay? I want you to hear this. Why? Because one human life is as important as all of them. And if it gets to the point to where a group of humans develop the mentality of just going and slaughtering and killing other humans just so that they can have an excuse to do how do I say this, to kill someone or another human, this is the true nature of humans and knowing what they are. The Israelis are just showing you that in so many ways. But if I'm sitting around waiting to kill your whole family, and I just wait for you to, that's not fair. You guys should go and look this up. There's an Israeli guy that just said this. This is how all of them think. I hope all countries, just because I just watched a video of Israel, I'm going to keep making these videos. Okay, other countries, if you're watching this. Alright, so I was just at a store, so I was praying, and God said that it's going to get to the point to where it'd be easy to identify the true nature of humans based off of them gathering in groups. God said that humans, because of their fear of themselves, will gather in groups when they want to do things that they really want to do, right? God said that this is going to be a way to determine the true nature of humans over time. God said that this will apply to bad things. God said that in order to, understand the true nature of humans in terms of who and what they are, that you would focus on humans that gather in groups and wait for them to do the things that you see that they actually really want. That could be slaughtering other humans. That could be, but when they're not in these groups, they won't do it. God said it gets to the point where they create titles and positions for themselves in order to create these groups. These groups would have titles and positions. God said that he never gave instructions to hurt and harm other humans. God said that humans will get to the point to where they would create lifestyles based on the truth. I was praying, and God said that it's going to get to the point to one day where it's going to be easy to determine and understand the true nature of the humans and what they are, that they themselves would see it. God said that this is going to happen because it's going to become so obvious that humans gather in groups when it comes to the true nature of who and what they are and things that they might do. No matter what position, no matter, right? So God didn't create positions, just roll with me, right? God said it's going to get to the point that they're going to create like these groups and then lifestyles around them and whatever and things like that. And God said once they're in groups, that's when they'll do things like hurt and harm other humans and tell themselves that they're not doing anything wrong. God says that they'll use this, this creation of groups, give them titles and give them different names, put, different things like that, which is not, anyway, God said that you'd be able to find large groups of humans that would go and slaughter other humans with no problem based on this and understand the true nature of people. I was praying and God said that, I don't know who this message is for, but I was praying and God said that the world that you think that you live in, that you think that you created or that's around you or whatever, and what you think is normal and natural is not. God said that it's going to get to the point to where it be possible to determine the true nature of humans based off of them gathering in groups. And God said that once humans gather in groups, and the bad things in terms of the nature of who and what they are, they'll easily engage in doing them. Once they're not in the groups, that's when they start, I don't know why. So God said that if you reverse engineer this, that you'd be able to find large groups of people that, have not even done certain things, but, I don't know how to explain that, but no, you don't have to do something in order, it just makes you someone that's easily good at hiding things in your mind. I don't know who this message is for. I was praying, and God said that it's going to get to the point to where the humans are going to become so, unaware and ignorant in terms of who they are and what they are.
Okay. That's enough about my God videos. If you guys want to see more of those videos, you can go to my TikTok page. I'm going to post them on YouTube, or at least I'm going to try. I have so many of them. There's like thousands, or there's a lot of them. And so they're pretty much about the same thing, where I talk about, just God after I pray, and just like, the messages or what I understand that God is saying in terms of the history of humanity and just different things like that. It's all good stuff. So if you guys like what you just saw, please go to my page, look through my links and stuff, and then add me on TikTok. And then whenever I post more God videos, you guys will get alerts. And then also I'm gonna try to post them on YouTube. So I gotta go. I'll be back, and thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching this in the future, as it's like, a recorded version of it or whatever, hit the like button, follow me, and subscribe. And I'll be back to talk to you more about God soon. All right, I'll see you soon. Ciao.